Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a heat-scorching episode 43 of the Yin and The Yang podcast. And ladies and gentlemen, it is hotter out there than Larry sitting down for a lie detector test. Because on today's episode, we will talk highlights of this past weekend's UFC 227. A pro wrestler wins an election. And we're not talking about Donald Trump. My worst nightmare has come true and could possibly be a reality, but we'll talk about that. And today, it's all about me. Why? Because it's Anthony Day. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, Q&A, reclaiming you, and a whole lot more. And speaking of liars, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce my co-host, Mr. Co-host, to you. Here we go. No, you know what? We're not going to play that because today it's about me. All right? Yeah, here he is, the boss of the More of the Same Network, Larry Mormon. Here we go. There you go. Larry, are you there?
I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
We're done. All right. I'm glad that Larry's gotten his introduction now. And, no, I'm kidding, Larry.
What? How dare you?
You don't.
How
first of all,
dare you?
No. First of all, the first words out of your mouth off that microphone, okay, should be something besides "how dare you." And you damn well know what I'm talking about, brother.
For all the listeners out there, ladies and gentlemen, happy birthday, Anthony Chu. 49 years old, man. You look wonderful.
Son of a bitch. I am not no 49, you mother effer.
42.
42. There you go. 49.
Hey, brother, we recognize you. You know, here at the More of the Same family of podcasts, we do recognize your birthday. We gave the shout out on the Retro Gamers podcast this past Tuesday. So we know.
I expect posts from not only the crew,
I'm sorry?
meaning you as well.
What?
I expect fans to write in. I expect lots of good feedback, people writing on my wall on Facebook. All right? And you know what? Let me ask you a question. When you have somebody's birthday, right?
Yeah.
And you write happy birthday on their wall on Facebook.
Yeah.
Or on any other social media posting. And then when it's your birthday and they don't write shit on your wall, they don't wish you happy birthday or they don't call or they don't text. Now, when their birthday comes around the year after, let me ask you this. Do you write anything on their wall?
You know, I'm going to be honest with you. This year, I've been so slacking anyway on happy birthdays on walls. Let's face facts. Most times out of not, you're saying happy birthday because it's popping up on Facebook. And it tells you whose birthday it is. So you kind of just go through the motions. Admittedly, for most people. But this year, I've been very, very bad with posting happy birthdays.
What was that? Jeremiah? What was that? Listen, not now. Do you not see we're recording? You're in the sound booth. Why are you bothering me for? Stop. Don't talk to me right now. Later. This kid. I like him, but he keeps nudging me, and I'm just like, yo,
for
dude,
what though?
I don't know. But it's like he just keeps nudging me. Even before we went on the air, he just kept nudging me. Stop. All right? Please. God
but,
damn.
No, happy birthday. What?
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Sorry. No, go ahead.
Here's
finish your accolades.
So, the man of the hour, the man of the power, the man too sweet to be sour, Anthony Chu, the host of the #1 podcast with MMA, martial arts, health, wellness, fitness, right here on the More of the Same family of podcasts. Your host, the man who today, and today only, has the unmitigated power to shut me up, to tell me what to do, and I will not harass him or bother him this entire episode. That is only 1/3 of my gift to you on your birthday.
Wow. Whoa.
The other third, the second third, will be, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the end of October, Chiller Theater. Anthony Chu, your trip will be paid, lock, stock, and barrel by the More of the Same family of podcasts.
What?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Does that count Evolution? Because Evolution's on the same day.
Siri, shut the fuck up. Whew.
What happened?
Siri, she spoke up and scared. I thought it was Tara. So.
Oh.
Speaking of which, I fixed the monitor. And yes, I have Tara has a special gift for you. She would like you to see. So, ladies and gentlemen, Tara, if you could please open the door. Here we go. Yes, dear. Come on in.
Holy cow!
This is a once in a lifetime situation.
I can't see anything, Larry. I can't see anything.
I'll close my eyes. This is for him only. This is for him only.
Hello.
My eyes are closed.
I can't see or hear you. What the hell's going on over there?
Wow. I took a peek.
What the hell is going on?
I'm sorry. Come on, don't fault me. Look, you're the one wearing the boots and the skirt, so I can't.
Son of a...
All right. Yeah, he's going to enjoy it. Trust me. All right, Larry. Here we go. Okay, dear.
Hello?
Close the door behind you. Close the door behind you. All righty. So...
I can't...
Whew.
I did not see anything. I couldn't even hear you.
Birthday, my friend. Happy birthday.
You mother effer.
I don't want to hear... No. That was only a once in a lifetime. I know this gig.
I know this... bitch.
This bit where you say, oh, I can't see. That was a once in a lifetime. She's going back on to put on her sweats, to put on her sweater, because it's a little chilly in there. So, but that was all for you, brother. That was all for you. Happy birthday.
Yeah, thanks a lot. It's something I can't see, touch, feel.
I don't want to hit, please. You saw. Don't listen to him, folks.
And by the way, does the ticket the same day count for Evolution as well?
That is, no. It will only count for one day of Chiller Theater.
You bought me a $15 ticket. Great.
No, it's not. No, it's not $15.
You being a multi-millionaire living off mom and dad's money, you bought me a $15 ticket for my birthday.
It's a $30 early bird ticket.
Larry.
Doors open at 9 a.m.
Larry.
And I will pay for one photo op.
Larry, your birthday, Really?
Yes.
You heard it right here, folks. You heard it right here. Because this year, I bought you DDP yoga. That cost at least $60, $70.
No, whoa. That was a few years ago, and that was very appreciative. Yes, thank you.
Okay. Well, what about that Namco thing? That was
about $30. $30,
$40.
Well, then we don't count shipping.
What do you mean we don't count shipping? What do you did you pay for the shipping? You know, folks, you know how they always say it's always the thought that counts? Well, with the kind of cheap gift you gave me, I guess you didn't think too much about it.
Fine. God, I can't believe...
Folks, it is my birthday, but if you have not yet noticed, I am not a happy camper right now because there has been so much crap going on that in this past week... By the time you all hear this, you'll know and understand my frustrations. This is absolutely ridiculous. So, first of all, let me start off on a.
Is this what you want?
$250,000. Can I screenshot that?
Okay.
Right now.
That will be. That will be in the mail. Wait a minute.
I'll send it to you right now. I got the.
Nope.
I got the screenshot.
You need the back of it. You need the back of it as well.
No way. I have people who could forge that in China.
What?
Anyway,
so that's on its way to you.
Okay? I'm sorry. Could you show me that again?
Don't say I'm not generous. Okay. Do not say I am not generous. All right.
Son of a... $250,000 is a lot of money. I really, really could use that right now.
It's really. Let me just put it down over here. Hold on. Let me just put it down right here.
Folks,
no! Oh no!
You shredded the thing,
Well, at least you go to Chiller Theater and you get one photo op. So, happy birthday, my friend.
Can we move on now?
Please, please.
People are annoyed now.
I'm begging.
We're at least 10 minutes into the show.
Actually, we're exactly 10 minutes. Very good.
Okay, fine. Well, you see, I've been around you for so long, I can actually time your craziness. So here's the thing. Last night, UFC 227, right? I'm watching this. This is my way of, after going to the grind, because some of us actually work for a living, Larry. After going to the grind, and all of a sudden now, figured I'd let off some steam, get to Buffalo Wild Wings. We're watching UFC 227 last night. I want to give a shout out to my friend Ron, my longtime friend that I've known for nearly 20 years. And we went out, and this guy is just busy with the wife and the young one and all this going on. You know, when you get married and you have children, man, you could barely see your friends anymore. It's just,
Tell me about it.
Rough, you know? And all of a sudden now, basically, you know, what it comes down to is we finally get to go to UFC 227. And
how was the fight?
The fights were interesting. Let me put it to you this way. We didn't watch the prelims except for that last fight. A guy named Pedro Munoz, the young Punisher, versus, listen to this name here, Brett the Pikey Johns.
Okay.
I don't even know what that means,
Yeah.
but okay. I guess that's an interesting nickname. Let me tell you, this kid, Brett Johns, he took a beating like I've never seen a human being take a beating before, and kept coming back to fight.
Did he really?
I mean, bro, when you've seen somebody get like kicked in the face, a knockout punch, or whatever, the kid just kept coming back, and he was resilient.
Wow.
He lasted all 3 rounds getting his ass whipped to him, you know, handed to him.
Yeah.
And he still kept fighting. And it really, really shows you, you know, the power of the human spirit. I mean, he lost by unanimous decision, all right? It went the distance. But you got to say that this guy, Pedro Munoz, gave him a grappling clinic. He got out of everything. He was being pounded in the face. The guy took the shots and stood back up after being, taken
that's tough.
The guy got kicked in the face. He got kneed. He got punched several times and still kept going. It makes you kind of wonder, you know, what keeps you going? Like, is it? I mean, it's just like like the Raging Bull, Jake LaMotta, from back in the days. You know, when he fought, he refused to be knocked down. Yeah, and it makes you wonder sometimes, what is it about the human spirit? What is it there that really, really keeps a person, you know, rolling? I mean, you know, a lot of pro fighters, some of the toughest pro fighters you've seen can get knocked down or knocked out. But for some odd reason, this kid would not go down. It was just unreal. It was just, it was scary to see because of the nature of the beast. But whoa, I mean, if you want to talk about prelim fights, that should have been a main event card fight because that was just good, you know. And they're 2 unknown fighters making a name. So, I mean, it's just unbelievable. The main card. I started off with Thiago Santos fights Kevin Holland. To be very honest with you, the fight went the distance. It was a very blah type match.
Really?
There was nothing interesting. There were no sparks on it. Then all of a sudden, you know, they have a women's fight. Polyana Viana versus J.J. Aldrich.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, it went the distance. There was nothing interesting, nothing that will make you go, ooh, ah, type of thing in the fight itself. Polyana Viana is from Brazil. She has a very storied background as to how it, you know, between they did a segment about her and all the challenges she faced in her native land. You know, for a lot of these people who are fighting coming from developing nations, this is their way of making it big. You know, like one payday here would, you know, basically make them rich over there.
Yeah, right.
You know, if you bring the money back. So, you know, these people don't have a whole lot to, to really live for. I mean, out there.
They're literally fighting for their livelihood.
They are. Yeah, absolutely. And to train and to go through what you got to go through. I mean, look at it this way. J.J. Aldrich had 46 punches in 15 minutes, and Polyana Viana had 87 punches out of the entire fight. That's a very, very low number, right? Now, next fight, Cub Swanson, one of my favorite fighters. Guy's awesome, all right? He fights a guy named Renato Moicano. Moicano? Moicano. I don't even know how to pronounce the name, right? First round submission, 4 minutes and 15 seconds into the first round.
Wow,
right?
Nice.
And Cub Swanson gets tapped out. Now, Cub Swanson is a name. He's a veteran, long-time name, great fighter, really good fighter. And he gets tapped out by this unknown guy. This unknown guy, the way it ended was after he tapped him out, I kid you not, obviously he got up, he raised his hand in victory or whatever, but when Cub Swanson got up, literally this kid, Renato, I'm sorry, I don't even know how to pronounce his last name, he was literally clasping his hands, he was bowing to everybody. He basically made Cub Swanson get up, and he's bowing to Cub Swanson. Like, he's literally on his hands, and he's bowing to him, as a sign of respect. And then he grabs Cub Swanson's right foot and bows to him, almost like he's kissing his feet. And it's a very rare sight to see in the MMA world nowadays too much, for an opponent to have that much respect for a fighter, which was just unbelievable,
Mm-hmm.
So that was another one. And then, Larry, I witnessed possibly, to me, the greatest flyweight fight, I think, in the entire division's history. The greatest fight.
Well, that's saying a lot.
Okay? So, Demetrius Johnson. Now, by the way, these are 125-pounders.
Gotcha. Was that flyweight?
Flyweight,
okay.
Yeah. Demetrius Johnson, Mighty Mouse, being the reigning king, right? His 12th title defense, his 11th or 12th title defense, versus Henry Cejudo, right, who is known as the Messenger. And I say it's the greatest fight because, these flyweights are small, they're very fast, it's always nonstop action. They got great cardio. So these guys are not going to keep a boring pace. They don't run out of gas. They're always very well conditioned. It was unlike any other fight. You want to talk about a striking clinic? They put on a striking clinic. You want to talk about a grappling clinic? Now, mind you, this kid, Henry Cejudo, is a 2008 gold medal Olympian.
Okay.
In freestyle wrestling. And he's fighting a guy in Mighty Mouse who is just possibly pound for pound the best. And Cejudo, the history of it was that Cejudo has been knocked out by Demetrius Johnson.
Really?
In their first fight, yeah. Now, how this guy managed to get a second fight, I have no idea. But let's put it this way. Cejudo, throughout the entire fight, I've never seen Demetrius Johnson taken down before. He was taken down several times throughout the fight. There were timed punches to Demetrius that hit him hard. And I couldn't believe that in any sense of the word, it was almost like, dare I say, Mighty Mouse was being schooled. And I couldn't believe it. And it came all the way down to a split decision. And who do they give it to? Henry Cejudo.
Oh.
He is the new flyweight champion. I mean, Demetrius Johnson, and literally, when you talk about betting odds, this kid Cejudo was being fed to the lions. He was the underdog, in the point spread in Vegas was so high that they really thought he had no chance in hell of beating Mighty Mouse. And this kid just came out of nowhere and just won. I couldn't believe it. I mean, the guy was crying, And by the way, for the first time I've ever seen, Dana White put the belt on a guy upside down.
Oh, no.
Great.
It's like Randy Savage. Savage did that at WrestleMania.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right? He put the belt on Henry Cejudo upside down, and Cejudo basically said, look, I got the flyweight. I'm going to move up now. Okay?
What's up with all these guys? Yeah, to what? I'm sorry.
Yeah, to, I think it's bantamweight is the next highest point, which is like 135 or something like that.
What's up with all these guys shooting for multiple titles?
I don't get it either. I really don't get it, you know? I mean, I'm beginning to kind of wonder what's going on. Like, or why, you know? I mean, it's just, I guess, makes it interesting. Maybe it's they feel good promotion or something. I'm not really sure. So, man, I'm not a Demetrius Johnson fan at all.
Mm-hmm.
So to see him dethroned, like, I couldn't believe it, you know. But, I mean, in this game or in anything else when it comes to sports, streaks begin, streaks end.
That's true.
You know? So, I mean, nobody basically becomes champion forever. Now, how many people actually retire as champion, you know?
Not many, especially if it's your first reign.
That is true. You know, that is true.
But sounded like a good card.
Oh, it was an outstanding card. And then the main event that they've branded, which was TJ Dillashaw versus the guy that I've already put on shootout, Cody Garbrandt.
Okay.
That was the guy that Van Damme kicked in the mouth by accident.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, let's put it this way. Come in, they don't shake hands. They're arch rivals. So the background story of this is that TJ Dillashaw left Team Alpha Male, and Garbrandt represents Team Alpha Male. And he basically, when the trainers left, he left, you know, so Dillashaw is kind of like considered an outcast to these guys now because Garbrandt felt like, oh, there's no loyalty with this guy. They fought before, and Dillashaw knocked him out, you know, months back.
Oh, man.
Right? Now, all of a sudden, they fight again. And guess what happens in the first round, Larry?
Someone gets knocked the fudge out.
TJ Dillashaw knocks him out again.
Oh, man.
I mean, it's almost like there's no... In a way, you kind of feel sorry for Cody Garbrandt, but at the same time, hey, man, Dillashaw didn't do anything illegal, knocked him out clean. I mean, knocked him out to the point where it was a referee stoppage.
Well, yeah.
He just kept pounding on him, right? But it's like, you know, you look at both of them, and then Cejudo basically calls out TJ Dillashaw, and we may see Cejudo's going to move up to Dillashaw's weight, which is, I think, 135 or 145, something like that. And there you have it. You know, so it's an interesting thing that all these people are moving up or whatever. Now, you want to talk about payoffs. How interesting is that Demetrius Johnson is not – he's a co-main event guy, but he's not the main event, right?
Okay.
He got $380,000 guaranteed without even fighting.
Damn.
He's guaranteed $380,000 there.
Man, I'll take a punch in the face for that.
Would you really?
In a heartbeat.
I want to see if Chase Bank would actually give me a loan tomorrow for that.
What? Wait a minute.
Well, that's a different story. So all in all, it was, and yes, Larry, I did, yeah, I mean, it is my birthday weekend, so I had split an ultimate nachos with my buddy.
You're allowed.
Split 20 wings, and then, we split an order of fries, a regular order of fries. So, I mean, I ate, and then I woke up, and what weight am I? I'm 212 pounds, right? So, in other words, last night, after all that I ate all day yesterday, which, by the way, I ate clean for the whole day, and then, using my fitness pal, and then kind of let myself go last night, I still, I came in 0.4 pounds heavy.
Not bad.
Which was pretty interesting because, the day before, that morning I woke up and I was, 212.4, 212.6, something like that. You know what I mean? So
Boy,
it was just interesting. Weird math. Weird.
I'll never see 212 again. Good Lord.
Never say that, man.
Woo.
Never say that.
Good stuff.
You know? So, I don't know if you know this, Larry, but, so it was a great night.
Before we move on from UFC.
Yes, sir.
Your thoughts on Conor McGregor stepping back into the octagon in October?
I don't understand why. Why does he need to do it? I mean, the guy, obviously this fight with this kid Khabib is it's something that everybody's expecting. It's a long time coming.
Is that the guy with the bus that McGregor's?
Yes,
that is that guy.
That he threw a stool at
in the Barclays. Right? Yeah.
Right.
It was one of those barricades.
Oh, was it a barricade?
Yeah,
I thought it looked like a stool in the.
No.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it's absolutely stupid. If McGregor doesn't go to not jail, but if he doesn't get fined or probation for this, I would be very surprised because, let's say if I threw one of those barricades, into a bus right now in New York City, do you know how fast I would be arrested and prosecuted, for endangering people?
Oh, absolutely.
So, there's a fight that's a long time coming. I really don't think that McGregor needs to fight again after all the money that he's made in fighting. But, the guy still feels, I guess, like he needs to prove himself somewhere along the line.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right.
I will certainly be watching that fight.
Me too. Go McGregor.
What? Well, I don't care about either one of these guys. Neither one of these fighters really I'm not a fan of, so I don't really care. It just doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
But he is challenging for the lightweight championship.
Oh, it's a title match.
Yeah, it's a title match.
I didn't realize that.
When he vacated it after he had 2 championships, McGregor gave up the lightweight one, and there you go.
All right.
So, with that said, okay, I am. Now that we've moved on, I don't want to rile myself up, but you know what? I am not a happy camper.
Oh, what's the matter? It's your birthday. Why not?
Yeah, I know. But, considering that all the bullshit that's happened this week, with the one thing that's gotten me even more upset now is that now Starbucks has tapped out this whole straw thing, this fucking Ian Calderon prick. Thanks a lot, asshole, for starting this straw revolution. All right?
It's the stupidest thing to hit your wagon to.
Here's the thing, right? This whole straw factor deal, it only accounts for a very small, minute percentage of the garbage. How about we try to take the money that we have and try to fix all the plastic and try to get rid of all the plastic and all the garbage that's already in the water? How about that? We're not concentrating on that.
Not only that, but if you want to talk about all the trash that's in the ocean,
yeah,
the U.S. only makes up like 1% of it.
Don't get me wrong. We pollute, but
everyone does, but we're not the worst ones. And what's a straw going to do? Honestly, what is a straw going to do? Besides, if you're doing it properly, you're putting it in the recycling bin. So, I don't know what the problem is. Now they got that stupid reusable straw on Kickstarter, and now it's, you're only given a straw if asked or something. It's just another stupid, just thing. I don't even know what to call it, to hit your wagon to. It's like they have nothing else to do over there in Seattle.
Well, when I first chewed this prick out, that's now, folks. I'll get into that in a second. When I chewed this prick out, this was a very small, minute issue.
Very.
And what did I say from the very conception of it? I said, let's not get this out of hand, okay? Let's concentrate, instead of worrying about straws, How about you concentrate as a councilman, assemblyman, whatever the hell that moron is, all right? Whatever the hell Calderon is. How about taking care of the neighborhoods with crime, safety, security? How about taking care of people, making the streets a little cleaner, safer? How about like worrying about all the youth that are committing crimes out there? Give them something to do. Give them something positive to strive for. How about improving people's quality of life? Worrying about straws is not a goddamn concern. Now I go into a Starbucks, right? And all of a sudden now they have those lids now that like arch or arc a
the
little
new
bit.
Drinkable lids or whatever it is. Yeah,
it's
I
like,
know.
come on.
Which I think makes up more plastic.
Doesn't that take up more plastic? Exactly.
It probably does. If not the same amount of plastic.
Right. Exactly. So why are we, and then all of a sudden now this prick's campaign is now becoming larger than life now. And everybody's worried about straws. Like, come on, folks.
That's what they do on the Western Seaboard. It's just they're very bored over there.
No kidding. They must be bored. Go fucking join an MMA gym or something. Jeez. What the living hell, man?
Look, we had it here in New York. Remember for a while, Bloomberg, he was trying to do away with soda and 2 liters and stuff like that. You know what? Look, I get it as a cause or a health issue or something, but people are adults. They're allowed to make their own decisions. And if they want to drink 2-liter bottles of soda every day, they're going to pay the price for it.
Bloomberg.
Soda, well, I thought he was a good mayor.
He was a good mayor, but, listen, you cannot control a society that's supposed to be free by controlling how much they drink, how much they eat, tax this, tax that. It's like
Super Size Me, the movie Super Size Me,
right,
was supposed to show, and I guess it did, even though it was very skewed, what happens if you eat McDonald's, if that's all you eat for 30 days. Meanwhile, it doesn't really factor in that the guy hadn't eaten meat in like 7 years, so whatever he was going to eat was going to negatively affect him. Not only that, again, you're not supposed to eat McDonald's 3 times a day, 7 days a week. If you do, then, things happen. It's meant to be either a quick fix or a treat for some people. You know what I mean? There are some options. You can get a salad there. But I'm just saying, a lot of these, and the straws, everywhere I go, usually a straw, yet you take it from where the napkins are. So, I don't know.
And it's not like, it's not like you're using the same straw, which I can understand. But at the same time, it's like, how many drinks are you going to have within a day, with a straw?
Exactly.
Right? It's like if you buy a bottle of soda, if you actually drink that kind of thing, you're going to drink it off the bottle.
And even if you do use a straw, you're right. How often are you going to use one a day?
I don't understand those idiots who basically drink soda out of a straw. I really don't.
You mean like out of a bottle?
No, drink out of the bottle. But why do people drink it out of a straw?
No, I'm saying use a straw in a bottle.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know.
Do we do that with a beer? No!
I've never seen anyone drink beer with a straw. I think women do it just, to protect their lipstick or something like that.
Oh, then apply more, goddammit. Well, we're not going after the lipstick people.
Well, they did years ago when they were testing on animals, so.
You know what? I'm gonna bring this segment back if I can.
Uh-oh. What do we got happening?
Okay. I gotta bring it back now.
What we had? This is a major announcement.
No, we son of a bitch.
We put it away for a couple of weeks.
Put it away. I a lot of you have written in, asked where's Shootout? Why don't you do it anymore? When we had that production meeting a few weeks back, I don't want to paint myself as this angry young man. Yes, I am still young. All right. Yeah, I'm still young. It's all about how you feel and how you think. Listen, it's as simple as this, okay? We got to bring this one back. Ian Calderon, you've just been chewed out.
Oh!
Damn it.
Wow.
Son of a bitch.
Holy cow.
We have better things to do in this world than to worry about straws. Really.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That's ridiculous.
Can we?
What?
Yeah, I was sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, no, this is, we gotta move on from this. We gotta let's try and get to a happier place other than dealing with this asshole.
For all the environment people out there who are so conscious about saving the planet, saving the earth, saving this, saving that, listen, folks, have you ever seen documentaries that show what kind of waste goes on around the world and how other people pollute besides the United States? How come how come there are other countries that don't have sanctions on their air pollution, their water pollution, their waste?
Look at India. It's one of the worst polluted areas.
Look at China. China basically does what it wants.
It's
right. Look at a lot of these other nations, and we're so fixated about how fucked up this country is, and yet other nations don't have to, right? I mean, you can pull out all the statistics you want, but at the end of the day, I mean, and I'm not saying that America doesn't do wrong by polluting and that we don't, have, waste and plastic.
We can we can do better.
And all that.
We can do a better job.
We actually do a hell of a lot better of a job than a lot of other nations out there.
We're certainly not the number one culprits. By a long shot, we're not.
Can we talk about something more positive now?
Sure. You know what? Look, it's your birthday. While you were doing that, I sent a message to the booth. It was supposed to be a one-time thing. She changed back into it.
Here we go.
All right. Tara, you want to come on in? All right, there we go. The door's open. Oh, she got the trench coat on this time. I like being seductive.
Oh,
all right. See
wow.
that?
Yeah.
You see the trench coat?
Whoa.
Okay, hold on. Get ready. I'll tell you. I'll count you down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Oh,
all right. There you go.
What the hell's going on with this? Why is the camera off again?
You can't not wear that. What's the matter with you? You got to put something on. Oh, I mean, God treated you well, but whoo, baby. And congratulations. That is something. That was a treat for both of us. Look, I adore it, but we're working now. We'll talk later. Get out of here, you little scamp. Oh man. Happy birthday. Truly happy birthday. Woo.
I did see a goddamn thing.
Again, I know you want to see more. Look, I was not expecting that. And the fact
son of a bitch.
that she came in, don't get frustrated. Look, it was 2 times. You got to see what you needed to see. So did I. That was a treat for me as well. It was, it's when, 22 is still only 22, but woo, baby. Wow. All right. Let's move right along. That was good. That was rejuvenating, wasn't it?
Let's move on to something more positive, please.
I'm good. I'm ready to go.
Now, as the testosterone is building up inside my body that I can feel, I'm getting pissed now.
That's
all right?
disgusting.
Fuck. All right? Can we talk about something positive before I lose my shit?
Go for it.
Kane.
Yes.
Wins a mayoral race. Holy shit, dude.
Did you see he came out to his music for his victory?
Yes, he did. He wins, and it's like, I'm very proud of him. I think that it's actually very good for professional wrestling that he actually won, because he really shows that pro wrestlers can do a lot more than just wrestle or be in the ring, and they are to be taken seriously, because we do have other fields of endeavor,
Kane, Glenn Jacobs, is a very, very educated man. So he went into this not just willy-nilly, like when Lawler tried running for mayor. He ran for mayor because, he's Memphis wrestling for how many decades? Kane, or I guess we should call him Glenn Jacobs at this point, he saw that, things needed fixing, and he felt that he would be the right person to do it, and so did Knoxville County. Now, I'm curious, I could have sworn the vote was like 2 months ago.
No, I think it was recent. Yeah.
I guess so. It's because I thought he'd already won, but it's official. But yeah, no, congratulations, Glenn Jacobs, down there in Knoxville County, Tennessee. He sounds like he has a good platform, and he sounds like he wants to do good by the people.
Right. I mean, he got Vince McMahon's endorsement. I mean, he's doing really well. I mean, like the first pro wrestler to ever make it very successful within the political world was Jesse the Body Ventura,
governor of Minnesota.
Yep, exactly. He was mayor, then became governor.
That's right. He was mayor first.
Yeah, which is pretty awesome. And it's great to see Kane following in that footstep. And, I'm really glad. It's a very big win for professional wrestling after the big loss last week in professional wrestling.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very refreshing thing. I really hope Glenn Jacobs does a great thing for the people there.
I think so.
Is it
Definitely. Knoxville County, or Knox County or Knoxville? I thought it was Knoxville County.
It's one of them. Well, you folks in Tennessee are lucky mother effers. How's that?
Tennessee.
You want to be muted? Do you want to be muted?
Only this week do you have the power. But
Jeremiah,
you're not going to do it.
Mute him.
You're not. Wait, what are you talking? Don't mute me. What?
Thank God. Okay, so allow me to address this next one, and I'm not happy about this because this is just it seems as though I'm just getting more and more upset by the hour. Larry's angry. Larry's face is turning as red as a fire extinguisher. And all of a sudden he's issuing somebody to come in. I don't know. Oh, Larry, hey, get back here. He just walked out of the set. Okay, fine. You know what? So all of a sudden, like, I don't see anything. I don't hear anything. I don't know where this man has went. But all I can tell you is that I am not happy simply for the fact that, folks, I don't ask for much in life. And all of a sudden, I ask for very basic things. I ask for just, life, health, and for my family and friends to be okay. And yet, here's the problem. I've always wanted to actually meet Megan Martin, and everybody knows by now that I'm in complete love with this woman. And I talk to her on Instagram, and I try to give her compliments, and I ask her questions. She has not once wrote back or replied or anything like that. I mean, literally, not once, right? And it's just I am getting frustrated at this, right? So all of a sudden now, I've always wondered, man, is it possible? And my friend Paul and I, my friend Paul is the only one who's crazy enough to actually believe in me, when it comes to this. And, of me meeting her and asking her out and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden now, what happens? She decides last week, or she makes this announcement that she's moving from Boulder, Colorado to California. All right. I don't know where in California, but she is deciding to move to California to pursue some type of like an acting or an entertainment career or whatever. Right. Now, this has bummed me out all week. Why? Simply because if she is going to move to Cali from Colorado, what it means is that now I'm going to have, number one, she's moving farther away from me. Number two, it means that she may not be competing on a regular like she is, so I'll have less of a chance to actually meet her, and it's going to royally suck, right? Now I'm really upset at this, and it's gotten to the point where I was just really frustrated. Now, all of a sudden, I see her moving, and then out of nowhere, I see some guy, okay, who looks like I don't know if you want to call this guy a hippie or if he looks like Shaggy or whatever the living hell. She writes, I can't wait to see this guy tomorrow, meaning on her moving day, right? And I'm like, who the hell is this guy? And she's putting like an emoji of her, blushing and with a heart. And I just looked at this and I just said, what the fuck? All right? What the fuck? Now I'm really upset at this point, you know? And then it gets to the point now where out of nowhere, she's moving, she's going towards California, and she's documenting this on Instagram, with videos and a photo and stuff like that. And then I see the one photo that absolutely became a nightmare. Okay? Absolute nightmare. What happens? Oh, God. I don't even know how to explain this. But the inevitable happens, right? Out of nowhere, there's a picture of this guy who has a 5 o'clock shadow, a nose like Mr. Potato Head, all right? And he looks like, the dude looks like one of those, like, yeah, man, like really gnarly type of looks. And he's taking a selfie with my lady. And out of nowhere, she's smiling. And right above this picture, she puts 3 hearts. When I saw this photo, my heart dropped. And I was bummed out for the whole day. And I am pissed. I am sad at the same time. You know what the biggest tragedy in the world is, folks? The biggest tragedy in the world is when you want to achieve a goal and you're not allowed to put your best foot forward to try. And, no matter how much you attempt and you don't put your best foot forward and you never get an opportunity to try, that's what hurts the most. And that bothers me more than anything else in the world. And to this guy, whoever this guy is, I don't know who he is, whatever the living hell, bro, just don't know this, okay? You're not getting my girl. She's using you to get to me. I'm just going to tell you this now, all right? Because enough is enough. And you know what? I don't even know who you are. God damn it. You know what happens when you touch the lady or you want to be around the lady that's supposed to be mine? Huh? You know what happens? Huh? Pal, I don't know who you are. There's no way you look better than Chewzilla, the Ultimate Thriller. There's no way that you are Chewzilla, the Ultimate Thriller. You know what, pal? I don't know who you are. Mr. X, you've just been chewed out. Fuck. I am fucking angry now. See, it got me all riled up, right? Between this hater over here on the other side of the studio, between this fool, idiot Ian Calderon, between this prick, all right, who's standing next to the love of my life, right? This happens out of nowhere. Why the hell is
okay.
He's saying something, but I can't hear a word he's saying. Oh, Jeremiah, get unmute Mr. Mormon, please.
Yeah, no, I heard everything that you were talking about. Yeah, that's
Why are you out of breath?
That's terrible. Oh man. Whew.
And why is your T-shirt reversed?
What? I'll be right back.
What the hell is going on over there at Studio A? What the living hell is going on there? And why are you going into the sound booth? Jeremiah, focus the camera on Tara. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, yeah. I see her sitting down over there. She's cute.
Hey. Hey,
oh, yes. And now, hey. What's going on, man? By the way, Jeremiah. What? Why are you nudging me? Stop doing that.
I need a lot of liquids right now.
What are you nudging me for? And why the hell do you need a lot of liquids?
Don't worry. I'm good.
What the hell is going on here? Will you stop nudging me? Listen, I'm not a violent man, but you're annoying me now. Will you stop nudging me, please? Okay? And what is wrong with him today?
I don't know.
Jesus. Oh.
Okay.
I need a Sweetwater IPA right now. Straight from Georgia.
Take a swig for the working man.
God damn it! I am going to take a swig for my birthday, and you know what? Now I look like I'm in a state of confusion. All right, you know what? Enough of this. Can we go back to some sort of sanity between this Calderon prick and then this prick that's touching my girl Megan Martin? And then you coming back with your shirts reversed. He's nudging me over here. Can we please go to some sort of sanity before I lose my shit?
Yes, we can.
All right. You know what? Fool in the back over there, Jeremiah. Will you stop? Hold on.
Okay. What is going on over there? What is happening?
Stop touching me. Fucking stop. Do your goddamn job.
Wow. What is happening? Is he just trying to get a hold of you or something?
I don't know what he's doing, but he just keeps pushing. Like, you know, like when you keep tapping somebody on the shoulder, like,
yeah.
you
Mom,
pat him on
mom,
the shoulder.
mama.
That's what he's doing to me.
Huh.
I swear to God, if you do it again, I am going to punch you, man.
Do you need me to send a message to him or something?
I don't know. Whatever. He's not 42 episodes. He's never done that to me.
No, it's very weird.
If you need, what do you know? You don't need a hall pass to go to the bathroom or something. Like, what's wrong with you?
All right.
Anyway,
you want to move on?
Yes. So what I want to do right now is just let me cool off. I'm just going to go and grab some water because I just need to cool off. You know what? We had recorded yesterday the second part to Rebuilding You. So morons in the back, do your job. Okay, so welcome back to the second installation of Reclaiming You. And I really, really hope that before you listen to today's motivational / inspirational talk, I really, really hope that you went last week back to episode 42 and really, listen to the setup of this, because without listening to last week's, you're not going to understand why we're doing what we're doing this week. So last week I had told you to write down, 3 different sections, and I had told everybody that we're going to work on a plan on how to reach your goals or whatever it may be that you want to accomplish. Now, what I want to do is I want to talk to you a lot about the mental aspect of it, okay? I need everybody to understand something, all right? We all have different goals. We all have different outlooks. We all come from different backgrounds, different cultures, different mentalities, different ways of doing things. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Because and please understand, just because I get from point A to point B very differently than, let's say, my co-host, or let's say the production guys, or let's say my friends, my family, my coworkers, people, whoever it may be, people that you interact with that you've never met before, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it as long as you achieve that goal, right? Now, that's the beauty of it, is that we're all different in many ways. Now, I want you to understand that whatever you wrote down last week as the problem, the plan, the solution, the goal, whatever it may be, I want to get you into a proper mindset. Now, a lot of you may be wondering, how on earth is it that within a 15, 20-minute segment, am I going to get into the proper mindset? Well, a lot of this has to do with training, okay? And we're going to work on that today, right? So last week I told you to write down some goals, and I told you, how to go about and, to combat it and how to go about approaching it. And I told you, put it on your wall, forget it for a couple of days, and I really hope that you came back to it, and then you did what I said. You came back to it, looked at it again, and really gave it a lot of thought. If you did this, awesome. If you didn't do it yet, well then, you know what? Pause the pod, go to it, look at your paper now, all right, and give it a good amount of thought, and then play this again, all right? Now, whatever you wrote down, and it could be anything, all right, I want to get you into the proper mindset of a few things, okay? The first thing I want to talk about is focus. Without focus, you're not going to be able to get to your goal. Now, a lot of people, we live in a very, very, demanding, fast-paced, fast goal and results-oriented world. Everything we do, between getting up in the morning, looking at our phones, between, the technology around us, people around us who are pushing us faster and faster, there has to be some sort of solution, we can say, to this. And, I come from an Asian background, and a lot of the teachings of a lot of the great masters have always taught us that focus should always be ever present. If you ask any martial artist, doesn't matter what style, what discipline, what practice, everybody will agree that you need focus. And focus is all around us in our everyday lives. We have to focus on our jobs. We have to focus on our families, our health, all these different things and so on and so forth. And it doesn't matter who we are. We need the focus. Now, a lot of you may feel like things are out of focus. And you have to get into that proper mindset that whatever you want to accomplish, okay, don't let anything distract you. Distractions have a way. There are bad distractions and there are good distractions. Bad distractions are something like procrastination, not wanting to do anything on time, or putting it off to the last minute. You've got to train yourself out of bad habits, all right? I'll give you an example, okay? If your goal in the morning is to not to eat donuts, all right, and coffee, right? And you want coffee, but you don't want the donuts and you should cut down, well, then don't go to that place that serves you donuts. Go someplace else. Try a different route. If after work you got to go to a place and you got to pass by a place where there's tons of places to go get food, try a different route. There's always options, all right? Now, those are bad distractions, but then you also have good ones too, all right? Good distractions are, let's say, if you are looking to eat something, okay, and all of a sudden you're just like, okay, well, I'm bored with it. Well, let me try to find something else, right? So now you're focused on trying to find something else. Like I used to eat every morning peanut butter sandwiches. That used to annoy the hell out of me. It's just peanut butter and whole wheat every day. Then I said to myself, is there not a healthier breakfast that I can do? Then I looked up on the web and I saw that there's oatmeal. You can have oatmeal with some organic peanut butter. You can have some hard-boiled eggs. Have some grapes in the morning. So there's so many different options. So when you put your focus into some good things, then now all of a sudden you start to build focus on the right track. Okay? A lot of things also, when you talk about putting yourself in a right mental state of mind, is that you cannot be distracted by other things. If I know I have to meet a deadline by a certain time, right? If I told you, and then I have to focus on it and not let anything distract me to get there, right? So you got to block out a lot of the things out of your way to get you towards that goal. Sometimes it may mean that you may have to sacrifice a few things, okay? There was a time where after work, I would always think about what's the place I want to go to and grab food tonight, right? Now, and I knew it was going to be healthier for me to go home and cook something, right? Well, I don't want to go out to eat, and then also I didn't want to go home and wreck my kitchen and eat at like 9 o'clock at night because I just knew it wasn't good for me. So I got focused and I found something that really helped me out greatly. That was the best of both worlds. I found a meal prep service. And I went there. I bought pre-made meals that are healthy, that are good for me. And I ate that once I got out of work. And then I knew that was like perfect for me because it was filling. It was healthy for me. It was the right amount of nutrition. And I didn't have to do any work. The microwave did the work for me, if anything else. So that's what I mean. Not everybody has the discipline to get up and go to the gym on their own or go outside and run 3 miles, right? But you have to be, you have to have that focus, right? So whatever your goal is, whatever you wrote down, it's okay. I want you to think about, and then, I want you to think about, how do I get there, right? What do I have to do to get there? Now, let's say you're at a roadblock and you don't know what in the world to do. That's okay. Look up on the web, go to YouTube, look up on the web, and look at how other people achieved it. Get yourself ideas, open your mind. Don't live your life closed-minded, because there's other people out there, no matter what you want to do in this world. I don't care what it is. You could be an actor, you could be a fighter, you could be, or you would want to be a martial artist. You want to lose weight, gain weight. You want a lady in your life or a man in your life. Or if you want to get out of obstacles, challenges that, are ruining your life. I guarantee you, there's got to be somebody else out there in this world of several billion people who were in the same place as you and achieved their success. So somebody out there has to have made it, right? So that means if you can find the person who did it, then look at that person, see how they did it, and then gather yourself ideas, write down notes, get yourself in the proper mindset. Last week I talked about how I'm a very cold engine and I need something to ignite me, to kickstart me. And once I get kickstarted and that engine is turned on, it's very hard to turn off, right? So you all need to find your own way of how to do that. You have to find your way of how to kickstart yourselves. And and again, there's no one set answer. Not everything in this world is created equal. So I want you to think about this. I want you to think about focus, and I want you to think about what will it take. And also understand this. And, you can ask anybody who's successful, right, at something. And they will tell you, either you do or you don't do. There is no try. Okay? So, you either have to be focused on doing this and achieving your goal, keeping your eyes on the prize, or don't do it at all. Because if you're just going to try, and I mean like try minimally, or try to do the bare, little bit, you may get there. I don't know, but it's going to be more than impossible. All right. So please get yourself into that mental focus. The second thing that I've always believed in is the people and things that are around you can also greatly benefit you, but also can greatly distract you. Okay? Distractions, are very, very hard to get rid of. Okay? For me, a few years back, I was hanging out with people, it was a wrong crowd. I was hanging out with people who basically sat in a basement of a friend's house and played video games all day and did nothing. Now, there's nothing wrong with video gaming, all right? But but when you ask them, hey, you want to go out, you want to do this, you want to do that, they wanted to do nothing. And, you got people who basically have no goals in life, no job, no focus, no nothing. No, and all they did was sit and do nothing. And let's say you want to go out there and achieve something. Well, then, hey, video gaming is awesome. But if you have a goal to achieve, you got to go out there and you got to go make it happen, man. You can't just, there are a lot of people who talk about it. But let me ask you this. How many people out there will actually be about it? Not many, huh? And at least in my life, I can tell you now, the majority of the people I know all talk about it. They talk about a lot of things. People love to talk. They'll talk about anything. They'll even talk about you. But how many of these people do you know are actually the embodiment of people who actually are about it? Not many. Not many I could think of. I could probably count it with one hand. All right? I mean, you look at it this way. I mean, even people can distract you by giving you, compliments and compliments. Now, you would always think compliments are great, right? But then when you absorb these compliments, now you have to live up to expectations. And then when you don't if you ever slip or if you don't live up to these expectations, all of a sudden now, people look at you and they'll just say, oh, well, he's no good, or she's no good, and she's not going to get there, and he's not going to get there, all right? And they start pointing fingers. Because now, compliments have a way to distract people. One of the things that Jimi Hendrix once said is he said, I hate it when I just don't listen to compliments. This interviewer was like, what? What do you mean? Right? And he said, compliments have a way of distracting me all the time. How about just allowing me to be me? And if you like how I do things, of what I've achieved, then great. And if you don't like how I do things, well, then listen to some other artist. Because I'm not here to fulfill your expectations. And I'm not here to fulfill your goals. I'm here to fulfill mine. And I'm here to make myself happy. So I want you to think about what I said today. And I want you to do me a favor. Okay? With the goals that you have, write down what is it that's distracting you. And whatever it is that distracts you, and even if you have to basically put the paper down or stop the pod, after listening to episode 43, think about it for a little while. Go through a whole day, be very observant, and see what distracts you. Write it down, all right? Don't just think it, ink it, right? And then what you do is you look at these distractions that are putting you out of focus, all right? And then avoid them. Avoid them like the plague, because there's no such thing as a good distraction, in a sense that to get to your goal. So work on that. So do your best. We'll see you next week, and we're going to build on this mental focus for you. And thank you so much for listening to Reclaiming You. And trust me, at the end of it, we will reclaim you. Now, you see, now I feel a lot better listening to myself, trying to calm the masses. And even I'm going to take my own advice, and I'm going to calm down now and try to be focused. All right, like this tarot shit. This is a distraction to me. Yeah, you're a distraction to me. Why am I even friends with you for over 25 years?
Hold on. Okay, so here's the thing. Wonderful segment. You know what I mean? During the time that before you went into the segment, I like to play a little joke on you, my friend. It's your birthday. I like to play a joke. So, I sent one of my staff over to your studio. I'm not going to tell you which one, but she just texted me, and you may want to answer that door.
Hold on.
That, my friend, is my gift to you. Now, it's New York rules. Not allowed to touch. But, enjoy.
This is not Tara.
Wait, what?
This is not Tara.
Who
the hell is this?
Who is that?
Why is she like 300 pounds, dude?
Oh.
What the hell is this?
Wait.
I'm not. What am I? So am I selling Girl Scout cookies today? What the hell? Who is this? Get the fuck out of my house, man.
Hold on. I'm getting word on my headset. No, Tara, you can hear me in the back. No, I didn't. Not for your cousin to go over. I meant for you.
Oh, I gotta go.
All right. Be polite. Be polite.
Get out of here. Go.
Say please.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. It was a little bit of a misunderstanding.
Really funny, Larry.
No, that was a misunderstanding.
Larry. Yeah, I appreciate that.
That was a misunderstanding.
Oh, out of here.
All right. You want to get to the Q&A?
I'm sorry. What was that? You're still here?
No, she didn't leave.
I'm sorry. What? You come lickety split. Listen, I only do podcasts, lady. All right. Anyway,
send her to Jeremiah.
What are you doing? She's attacking Jeremiah.
What?
Oh my God! Oh my God! Whew.
Wow!
Oh my God! Hold
on
a second.
Go save him.
What the? Holy shit! What the? Oh my God! Oh boy. Well.
What is he okay?
All I know is that Jeremiah is going to become a man tonight.
Oh, well, good for him.
Hey, listen, we take care of the interns here. Now, anyway, Claudio, whatever the hell your name is. Now you're the production guy back there now, all right? Anyway, okay. So, Larry, we got to take care of the fans. What's going on over there?
We do. We got some questions.
Questions or what?
We got some questions that came in.
Let's go.
All right, first one, Tristan from Marietta, Georgia. He writes, or she, not sure.
Tristan's a guy.
Okay, well, I've seen it be a girl's name as well.
Really?
Yep. Okay. I heard the question last week of what was the worst piece of advice you were ever given. So he asks, what is the best piece of advice you were ever given?
Wow. There's so much advice that I've been given in my whole life. Man, that's so hard to narrow down. Oh, jeez. I don't even know how to answer this question. I think for a second I'm actually stumped.
Really?
I think that one of the greatest pieces of advice that I've ever gotten in my life, and I will never forget this, actually came from a high school security guard whose name was Wesley when I attended James Madison High School out in Brooklyn, New York. Right next to Chris Rock and Ruth Ginsburg. Yes, I am the third most famous celebrity to come out of James Madison High School.
Ruth Ginsburg.
Right? Ruth Bader Ginsburg came.
Wow.
Graduated from the school. And Chris Rock. Okay, I'm trying to erase the memory of Ginsburg. Anyway, so yes, I am the third most famous celebrity to ever come out of there. And this security officer who's school safety, his name is Wesley. He was there in my senior year, and he always said to me, and I think I'll never forget this, he always said to me, no matter what you do in your life or how you do it, never limit yourself. I think that that's possibly the best piece of advice, because I think that we put so many limitations on ourselves that, we pretty much almost are trained to say, like, we can't, or we won't. And I think that for the first time, I'm actually being told I can. You know what I mean? And I think that that's pretty awesome. I think that that's, something the world needs to hear, is that we can. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that never limit yourself. And if this podcast ever gets across to a man named Wesley, who actually was school safety in James Madison High School in 1994, I want to thank you, brother. I really appreciate that piece of advice.
And the best advice I ever heard was win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
I think that you're the creator of that piece of advice. So you're actually well, way to be self-centered there, you prick.
What? Oh, good thing it's your birthday week.
You are self-centered, aren't you?
Douglas from Omaha.
Your own ego.
Douglas from Omaha, Nebraska. He wrote, the both of you seem to be star hunting because you've met so many people.
Oh, no, let's stop right there.
Star hunting?
No, we don't hunt stars down, okay? They're lucky that they're meeting us. All right? So let's get that straight now. All right?
Who are some of the coolest and worst people you've ever met? And who would you like to meet in the near future? Also, if you can get a photo with a group of people, like a band or a cast of any show,
Holy
what
shit,
would it
how
be?
long is this question?
It was a long one. It's about a
Christ.
9-parter. All right, so let's start with who are some of the coolest and worst people you've ever met? I can tell you the worst.
Wow, there's so many cool celebrities I've met throughout my entire life.
I have to say, I'm going to jump in here. I think one of the coolest was Tugboat. We met Tugboat.
Now, are we talking about people we've met together, or are we talking about people that we've just met through our lives?
Well, that still counts as meeting. Either
Okay.
whether you met us together. For me, the coolest was Tugboat. Michael Gross, the father from Family Ties. He was nice.
Did you have him sign your
My Tremors DVD.
your Trevor's DVD?
Exactly.
Oh,
That's why
my Lord.
I went to him. I walk up to the table. I'm like, Mr. Gross, Michael Gross, nice to meet you. He stands up out of his chair. He's like, hi, I'm
Wow.
Michael. I'm like, I know you're Michael. I'm like, and I told him, which is the truth. I'm like, the first Tremors, me and my dad used to watch all the time together when I was little. Maybe I shouldn't have been watching Tremors, but it's not a bad movie. It's actually a very good movie, the first Tremors. Tremors 2 was a good sequel. Tremors 3 was all right, not bad, but Tremors 4 was not good at all. It's when they go back to the Old West or something. So I told him that. I'm like, Michael, me and my dad watched the first Tremors. We loved it. I loved 2 and 3, but I wasn't crazy about 4. And he looked at me as if he had like a personal stake in part 4 that was like his Citizen Kane. And he had this look on his face like, you don't like part 4? I'm like, it wasn't bad, just not my favorite. And that was like a few months before part 5 came out. Now they're up to 6.
Okay.
So
are they up to 6? Is he still in it?
Oh yeah, he's in all of them.
Oh wow.
He plays the same guy.
Okay. For me, I would say one of the nicest people I've ever met was Mel Brooks. He was really cool.
That's cool. You're lucky.
To me. He was very nice. Eli Wallach, who played Tuco, as I had mentioned before. Yep. Gary Michael Capetta, who was the announcer for WCW. He was a really nice guy. Bill Apter was cool. I mean, there's so many people, man. I could sit here at Timok, who played Leroy Green from The Last Dragon. Mm-hmm. He was great. Man, there's so many people.
You know who was cool in a weird way? Who's the guy we met? Brad, the one who played Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat Annihilation?
Brian Thompson.
Yeah.
He was very nice. I mean, he really sat down and took the time out to talk to us. You know what I mean? The other person that really stands out in my mind, Chow Yun Fat. I met Chow Yun Fat back when I was in high school.
That's cool.
Going into my first year of college. I was also fat back then, but he was really nice to me.
Okay.
Kate Hodge. Kate Hodge was very nice to me.
Cool.
Do you know who the author Mary Higgins Clark is?
Didn't she write Frankenstein?
I don't know if she wrote Frankenstein, but she's like a mystery novel writer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mary Higgins Clark was very nice to me. Let's see, Velvet Sky.
Okay, well that's all the good people, and I know I got a lot of the good I've met. Carol Spinney, guy who plays Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch, he was cool.
Okay.
Who else? Mick Foley was cool when I met him.
Darius Rucker.
Oh, you know who else was cool? The girl who played Katana in Suicide Squad. She was very cool.
Oh,
and Meatloaf was another one. Very, very cool. He's out of his mind, but very cool. So that's
Darius Rucker. I actually met and partied with.
Oh, there you go.
I actually had a Jim Beam drinking contest with him back in the day.
Oh, Jesus.
He wiped my ass, man.
I'm
off
sure.
The table.
So who are some of the worst that you've ever met?
Some of the worst. Okay, honestly, standing out
you were ready.
right
Holy
now.
Cow.
Triple H. Fuck you. Because the guy, when I met him, okay, I went up to him and I said, hey, big fan, really, really glad that you made it. You and I have something in common. And he goes, what? Just looked at me, just goes, what?
He's a heel.
I said, no, but I mean, really, it's like he was, you're not supposed to be your character unless you're requested to be. But one of the things that Kowalski taught us was that, obviously this is not a world where in the 1960s and 70s where you kayfabed everything. He goes, this is the way it is. The way it's working now is that these things have changed. Kayfabe is dead. We can only kayfabe a certain amount of things left. And when I met him, he goes, what? And I said, well, you and I are both graduates of Kowalski's wrestling school. And he kind of looks at me and he's like, so? And this is when he was with China, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, so? I'm like, hey, listen, I'm just trying to state that, we're both he goes, what, you want a handout or something? I said, listen, if you want to give me a handout and you want to give me a tryout with WWF, you're more than welcome to, but I'm not asking for a handout. I'm just basically telling you that how often would you meet a Kowalski graduate, a fellow Kowalski graduate? I'm just happy for you that you made it, and Kowalski's always taught us to be very happy for the people that made it. When I met Perry Saturn many years ago, and I told him the same thing, he was very, very nice to me. And he goes, I appreciate that, brother. He goes, like, we graduates really have to stick together.
Triple H really stuck in your craw, didn't he?
So fuck him. China was very nice, by the way. Very, very nice.
She was nice. Well, my interaction with her wasn't bad. It was just weird. Some jerks. Will Wheaton from Star Trek: The Next Generation, currently on The Big Bang Theory. He was the first one.
Oh wow! What do you?
And I'll go back. And Shatner was a little bit of a, not a douche, but he kind of just was there for an autograph signing. So I got into tiffs with two different Star Trek actors from two different generations. So go figure.
By the way, George Takei, great guy, totally awesome, very nice man. Oh yeah, when I asked about Shatner, right? And he's like, my. He's like, he goes, it's best that we don't have anything nice to say about the man. And I was like, you're right, sir. I said, I still think that he's a prick. And he was like, oh my.
Fucking Wheaton. Yeah, douche.
What was his problem?
So Will Wheaton, I met him at Wizard World. It was over at Pier 26, I think, in the city or something like that. And I go up to him. I go to shake his hand. He puts his hand out for £1. He doesn't like to shake hands. A bit of a germaphobe. All right, whatever. So I get my autograph. He signs my card, and he's kind of waiting for the next person. I go, wait, also a friend of mine who wasn't here, she wanted like a little doodle from him. Like he used to post like little doodles. Like he's not an artist, but he would just do like a couple of, stick figures or whatever. So I'm like, and I'm trying to get in the good graces of this wonderful young woman who didn't quite work, but that's okay. So I'm like, yeah, can you do a doodle for my friend? And I'm like, I paid, so we're good. And he just kind of looks at me, and he's like, I don't have a piece of paper. I'm like, oh, here you go. I brought a blank piece of paper, so we're good. Then he goes, I'm not an artist. So now I'm like, I'm aware you're not an artist. I'm just looking for some sort of doodle that I can bring back to my friend that she's technically paying for. So he ends up doing basically a stick figure. Essentially a stick figure with a thought bubble that says, I am not an artist. And he just kind of like half-assed it.
Wow.
And I'm like, whatever.
What a douche, man.
Thank you. And I just walked. I just was like, all right, whatever. So Wheaton, yeah, he can kiss my ass. There have been not necessarily other interactions. There was one autograph signing on a pop vinyl that I'm not going to mention that I tried to pay for, but no one ever took my card, so I just left.
Oh.
But also good because this person was charging $100 for an autograph just on a pop vinyl, where every other autograph is like $25.
I'll give you one. Look, I don't want to speak any ill will of somebody who's passed on, but Bam Bam Bigelow.
Really?
I went to a house show in the Elks Lodge in Queens with Ripple one time. And what happened was, this was back in the day, and this was when Bam Bam Bigelow was wrestling, and he was walking through the hall, in the Elks Lodge, and we saw him, and I just looked at him and I said, "Hey, what's up, Bam Bam? How you doing?" And he just looks at me and just with this like evil stare, like he just looked at me like, "Take a fucking walk before I like break your face or something," and just like walked away from me, didn't say a word to me, and I'm just like, "What the fuck is this guy's problem, man?"
I don't get it. A lot of these celebrities, it's like, we're here for you. Why are you so, like, blah about it sometimes? Some of these autographs I've got, like, George Wendt. He wasn't mean. He wasn't a douche. Nothing like that. But he wasn't outgoing. He was just kind of like, hey, nice to meet you. Sign an autograph. Just kind of sat there for a photo. Not mean. Not douchey. Just didn't do anything. Like, come on.
Right.
Where, what the hell's his name from the Dukes of Hazzard? Bo.
John Schneider.
John Schneider. He was there. He was on the other side of the table. He was shaking hands. He was signing these like soliloquies on like box sets of Smallville and stuff. Oh, and another one, and we'll move on. Tara Reid, when I met her, may or may not have been on something by the time she showed up to the floor.
Wow.
Because she was a little dazed and confused.
I would say one more for me would be, let's see, John Russo, who's basically the writer of Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, okay.
He's on his phone. And I'm standing there, I'm waiting for him. He's on his phone, and then all of a sudden he just, and I said, are you done, sir? I'm sorry, what'd you say? Like, what the fuck? I said, you know what? I'll be back later. Goodbye. I just, like, walked away from him.
Oh, man.
What's the other the question?
Who would you like to meet in the near future? So who would you like to meet? You never have. Besides Megan Martin.
Oh, my God, man. Well, not after, after that prick that I saw, hopefully it's not.
It's all right. Calm down. Calm down. The sun is setting. The sun is setting.
I see him, I will cross-face chicken wing him.
Okay. All right. That's it. Tara, come on in.
All right. Stop with this Tara thing.
No, look.
Wait.
The camera's still on.
No. It's not. Yeah, but at the same time, she slammed the door.
It's okay.
But she left your studio, bro.
No, she's right.
No, she left your studio.
Oh.
Well, okay.
Oh, man. I hope I don't get it.
See? No justice, Larry. No justice whatsoever.
Really hope I don't get papers
totally
again.
Ridiculous.
So who would you like to meet?
Okay, if I could, I want a picture with all 4 members of Hootie and the Blowfish.
Okay.
Okay. I want a. Is this count with movies as well?
What do you mean?
I mean, he says a picture of all 4.
Well, it's like a photo with a group of people, like a band or a show. Just,
okay. If I can get a picture of everybody from How I Met Your Mother, that would be pretty cool. If I can get a picture of the cast of Dawn of the Dead, like the 4 main stars, that would be really cool.
Okay.
And wow, that is so far. And Megan Martin.
I would like to meet, even though kind of unfollowed a bunch of them because of their political posts, but I'll leave it at that. I would still like to meet the cast of Mystery Science Theater 3000, the current cast, the new cast. I'd actually like to meet the guys from Riff Tracks.
You unfollowed them?
Yeah, it's on Twitter.
Oh.
Who else would I like to meet? I've met a lot of people going to these Comic-Cons. Oh, I'm going to meet, which finally I can't wait to get a picture with, Carolyn Monroe from Star Crash.
We'll talk more about that in a little bit.
And I would love to get a picture. I mean, unfortunately, some of them have either passed on or in jail. AC/DC.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Holy smoke.
So.
All right.
The good stuff. So let's move on. We got the third question here. Georgia from Romania. Bucharest, Romania, Bucharest. They write, Anthony, what is one element lacking in America in martial arts today that you find not plentiful internationally?
Lacking in America, but I find plentiful internationally.
What is one element, a little bit of a translation issue here. One element lacking in America, it's like the person who wrote it doesn't know how to write English. What is the one element lacking in America in martial arts today that you find not plentiful internationally?
Okay. Don't make fun of our international fans. Don't be the heel. Good grief.
Good God,
and let me just say this: Romanian women are beautiful.
Yes, they are. They are.
Holy smokes! Anyway, okay. One thing I think I find lacking in a lot of martial arts schools in America that is plentiful internationally is that the loyalty amongst. Now, I could be wrong about this, but I mean, obviously, I've never been to every nation in the world, right? But I find that a lot of people in America are very, very occupied with a lot of other activities. Let's just say, martial arts is not really considered something that you're very, very dedicated to because you may have like soccer practice, baseball practice, football practice, basketball practice, whatever it may be. You may be doing track, you may be doing gymnastics, you may be doing all these other things that martial arts is more considered a hobby. You know, It's like something that's considered just recreational hobby, something that parents send their kids to just to blow off steam. It's not, like where in other schools, or in other countries, it seems though people have this mentality about martial arts that they really, really dedicate themselves really hard to do. In other words, like they live it. They live the martial arts lifestyle. Where in America, where there's so many different things, there's so many different options that we have. If you take a kid, let's say from the suburbs, who has 1,000 options to do, anything that he wants, and there's so many things that he can afford to do, as opposed to, let's say, some kid in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, who's middle class. I mean, he may only have a few selective things, to do. There isn't as much, or if you look at some kid, let's say, who's from the open country in like Japan or something, or in any other nation like that, where they don't have a lot of options. So what they do is that they dedicate themselves to that one particular thing that they do, I think that's not, to say that there's anything bad about not having options. I mean, obviously it's great to, but one thing I find about with martial arts is that a really good teacher will teach you how to take care of yourself in and outside the dojo. So what happens is, no matter what field of endeavor you go to, let's say if you want to become a footballer, or if you want to become like an actor, you could take those martial art concepts of focus, concentration, discipline into that next field of endeavor. And that's why I feel martial arts is so important,
Okay.
I mean, not every school is like the Cobra Kai dojo, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You live it,
All right.
So there you go. That's so fans, if you have any questions, any comments, anything that you want to put out there, by all means, let us know. Write to us, and any comments, questions to yinandyangpodcast at gmail.com. Once again, yinandyangpodcast at gmail.com.
Sweet.
Beautiful,
Good stuff.
Larry.
All right. So let's start to reel it in, maybe?
All right. Let's. We're depleting the resources now. So, like, what's going on in the 60,000 shows that you have on the More of the Same network this week?
A lot of stuff. You can now watch the Retro Gamers podcast on YouTube. Just good luck finding us on YouTube. We just started it, so we gotta get people there. But if you go to our Facebook page, or if you go to theretrogamers.com, you'll be able to find links to the YouTube page, and you can actually watch me and Anthony Rippo talk about all things retro. Better Half podcast. Last week we dropped our part 2 of Fireside Chat where my cousin Eric was on the show. So we're going to be getting back in the studio very shortly, myself and Frank Messina. And that's really about it right now. And of course, as you're listening to the number one MMA, martial arts, health, wellness, fitness podcast that you are listening to right now, the Yin and the Yang podcast.
Oh yes. And ladies and gentlemen, so our tour continues with just when we thought we were out, they pull us back in tour. I would say the next event that you and I have together, Larry, besides possibly SummerSlam, I'm actually thinking about. I already put in a few hours in the grind to leave early to go to NXT Takeover. I may have to get a ticket for that because if Kairi Sane wins, I want to be there.
Go, I'm Team Baszler.
And oh god, okay. Well, Baszler's a scary looking woman. I'm sorry. But Kairi Sane, it has my heart. I love that woman as much as I love Asuka.
And go for Mustache Mountain all the way.
What?
Mustache Mountain. They're challenging for the tag titles.
I don't even know who that is. I don't know literally the majority of the NXT roster. So except for, and I am also very interested in watching this guy, the Velveteen Dream wrestler.
Velveteen Dream is amazing. He will be. He's taking on EC3.
Good. Okay, so I know who EC3 is, and that's about it.
The Velveteen Dream. Here's how cool the Velveteen Dream is. Did you watch that Tough Enough when the one that Hogan was on before all that shit happened with him? Okay. He's Patrick Clark. Remember Patrick Clark? The black kid?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's the Velveteen Dream.
Oh, is he really?
Is amazing. Not only in the ring, but just his persona, very Prince-like, and he's so good. I don't know if I told it here. Did I tell it here about the Velveteen Dream?
Yes. After when you came back from WrestleMania.
Yeah, he was still selling the ladder match. Oh, it was
with his neck brace.
He is so good, and he comes out every takeover. He's come out as a different outfit. Almost like depending on where they are or what's happening. Last takeover, he came out dressed like Hogan. So, Definitely got to check out the Velveteen Dream. So that's cool. So we should be hopefully we'll be at TakeOver. I will be at SummerSlam weekend, all weekend. Before that, actually a week from, I guess tomorrow, if you listen to when the podcast drops on Friday, I will be at the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo out at the Cradle of Aviation Museum in Garden City, New York, representing the Retro Gamers podcast. So come find myself and Glenn Notaro. And the following week, I will be at SummerSlam. The week after that, I'm actually helping out with a wonderful 48-hour stream being run by Victims and Villains, all video game streams. So I'll be doing a couple of hours there. And then the end of... I don't know what's going on with that. And then we just keep moving on. Chiller Theater, New York Comic Con. I'll be there Saturday, October 6th. So come find me. I'll be the one with the camera strapped to my chest. And, we'll just kind of keep rolling. And I'll be in Los Angeles Thanksgiving week.
For NXT War Games, right?
War Games, Survivor Series, Raw, SmackDown, and some retro gaming podcasting from the West Coast for the first time ever. Beautiful.
Yep. All right. Excellent. So for me, I'm going to say to you now that I'm going to Monster Mania out in Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
You are?
On August the 18th, which I'm actually, or August the 19th, actually, I'm going. I want to meet a few people there, and I've never been to a Monster Mania con, so I want to be there. I want to try to get, I still haven't gotten tickets for NXT TakeOver yet, but I do want to go.
You should be able to get them, even on StubHub. They should be easy enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to go there, and I also want to go to SummerSlam. I want to see how much a ticket there would be. If not, then I'll just watch it on TV.
You know what you do? Do StubHub. If you're in Brooklyn, I know people who wait 3 hours before the show starts, go on StubHub, and sometimes you get dirt cheap tickets for really close seats. Also, if you're listening, if you're listening to the podcast when it drops on Friday, August 10th, is it? Yeah, if you're listening Friday, August 10th, tickets go on sale to the general public today for the Ring of Honor New Japan Pro Wrestling show, the G1 special at Madison Square Garden the night before WrestleMania 35.
Okay. I may have to attend that myself as well. At the same time, Chiller Theater looks packed. Oh, by the way, I've added a new thing to the Keystone Comic-Con in Philadelphia, where I am going to get corny in Philly.
Oh, are you?
I am actually going to meet Jim Cornette on September 16th, and I have a present for him. It's also the anniversary of the Yin and the Yang.
Oh,
one-year anniversary.
Nice.
So I may have to actually be broadcasting that to you guys either live there at the Keystone Comic-Con after I get a cheesesteak, mother effers.
Yeah, man, you got to.
Or after, the show. But I will meet Corny in the Corny's Collectibles booth. So I've added that to my date. Now, I've added the date to my schedule, excuse me. Now, when you talk about star power, I think this is the biggest Chiller Theater yet, which is October 27th, which is what we're going to besides Evolution the next day. A dream match of mine to see in Evolution, by the way, is I think a lot of fans have petitioned for this, would be Melina to wrestle Sasha Banks. That would be a dream.
How many?
Because they're both so comparable.
How many legends are going to be competing, though? They've mentioned a lot of Hall of Famers will be there, but who's going to compete?
Well, Gail Kim ain't going to be there. She already said it very flat out.
Okay.
Which, unfortunately, she would have been a really nice surprise. I bet you Victoria will be there. Or Tara. Yeah. Not the Tara that just left your booth. I'm talking about the, I think several will be there. But the night before Evolution, we are going to celebrate the birthday of our podcasting brother, the day of on the 28th, which is his birthday. But the day before, we'll be going to Chiller Theater on Saturday, and the lineup is ridiculous. I'm just going to name out the people I want to meet, okay, or will meet. Robert Wagner from Heart to Heart with Stephanie Powers. She'll be there. Barbara Eden, Bruce Dern, Jill St. John. There's a Love Boat reunion.
Yep.
I just want to meet Ted Lang.
Yeah.
Gopher. Vinnie Vincent, Kelly Hugh, Kim.
Tootie.
Yeah. Kim Fields, Tootie. And then just announced this week, Hall of Fame inductee to the class of 2013 wrestling legend, my man, Mr. Bob Backlund.
Yeah, they just announced him. That's crazy.
That Alex Kinter kid will be there. Jeffrey Voorhees.
They got a lot. Actually, there's a few updates from this.
Yeah, the Good Times reunion is going to be there. I just want a picture with Jimmy Walker.
The LA Law reunion, Corbin Burnson just added to that list.
Corbin Burnson, that's right. Yeah. Yes,
and then a bunch of other stuff. The parents from Dawson's Creek.
Yes, John Wesley Shipp, who was the Flash.
Yes, he was.
That's right. Mary Morgan Humes, just because she is the hottest middle-aged woman I've ever seen in a long time. Let's see. Day of the Dead, George Romero's Day of the Dead reunion with Lori Cardille, who played Sarah, Terry Alexander, who played John, and Jarlath Conroy, who played McDermott. I want a picture with all three. Christine Romero, who was the ex-wife of the late, great, legendary George Romero will be there. Buck John Russo. Your lady, Carolyn Monroe, hopefully she can cop another feel. And the of mine. Yes, she will be there. So you could definitely take a picture with her.
Hey, Frankenhooker's going to be there. Patty Mullen.
That's right. Frankenhooker will be there. Let's see here. Oh, yes, they have what they call the Italian Invasion, the final chapter only at Chiller Theater. Of all these names, there's only two people I need to see. Vincent Curatola, who played Johnny Sacrimoni, or Johnny Sack in The Sopranos, and Ken Foree, which is the only reason why I want to be there. Ken Foree played Peter Washington in Dawn of the Dead, my favorite horror movie of all time.
All right, cool.
I cannot wait. Let's see here.
And so much more.
The Flash reunion is going to happen with Amanda Pays. She will be there. That's going to be pretty wild.
Okay.
Gumby,
Good.
Pokey, Davey, Goliath. Let's see here. And oh, yes, just announced, ladies and gentlemen, finally we get to that one person everybody's wondering about. Well, at least what Larry and I are wondering about. I kid you not, ladies and gentlemen, the great Robbie Dupree, who sang "Girls in Cars."
Man, I tried finding a CD of that Pile Driver album. Whoo, doggies, it's hard to find.
Expensive.
Yep. Maybe on
He
eBay.
pass you on the road with a smile, and you have to look
Strike
twice.
Force.
Arriba! I'm gonna go to Pro Wrestling Tees, and I'm gonna get myself a Strike Force.
Oh yeah, all right, cool.
You know what? Me and you should actually go change shirts and meet Robbie Dupree in our Strike Force.
And he'll be
shirts.
like, "Who's Strike Force?"
Yeah, exactly. He'll be like, "Who's Tito Santana and Rick
Oh my
Martel?
God.
Oh, is it some? You don't remember Girls in Cars, sir? I've seen Girls in Cars.
Remember?
Like, no,
Did he perform it at the Slammy Awards?
I don't know. I don't recall.
All the girls
whether he
coming out
did
with
or not.
things. All right, cool. Good stuff. All right, so check it out, folks. Check it out, chillertheater.com. Prices, unfortunately, have gone up, so get your tickets now.
Yes, and if you meet us there, please, now that you know what we look like after 40-something episodes, please come out to us, talk to us, and come hang out with us, man. Because, we love seeing our fans. I've actually met a few fans already. Once at the New Jersey Horror Con, which is pretty cool. Which I will be missing.
Oh, really?
The one in Atlantic City. Yep.
Okay.
So, fans, I just want to say thank you so much.
Is he still bugging you?
What? Okay, fine. You know what? I don't want to hit him.
No, it's your birthday.
Give me a second. Jeremiah, what do you want? Oh, I'm sorry. What was that?
Oh, what do you got there?
This just came in.
Over the television?
Oh. This is my contract renewal offer from the More of the Same network.
Who sent? How'd you get a copy of that?
I said, oh, this is what you wanted to nudge me about. Okay, well, then speak up or say something. And I said,
How'd you get that? I'm not done with it.
whoa, this is a nice deal.
Wait a minute.
And
What?
it offers me benefits to...
Can I just see that for a moment? Can you fax that over to me?
Jeremiah, could you... No, I'm not... Jeremiah looks tired. I don't think... Claudio, fax this over to Mr. Mormon, please. Let me see what's going on over here. Give me 1 second.
What is with this paperwork? Let's...
Wait, let me get the door for a second.
Yeah. What is this? I'm waiting for it to come through. What is going on over there?
What is it? Come on in.
All right, I'm getting the paper. I'm getting the fax right now.
Whoa.
What is this?
Whoa. Well, hello. Well, look at what we got here.
Who is what?
Hi, Tara.
Hey,
I
thought she sent her cousin over.
How you doing?
What? What is this guy? Who wrote this
It's
contract?
a pleasure to see you face to face. And I just wanted to... Whoa. Okay. Okay.
What?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Larry, thank you for the present.
Wait, no, hold on.
I really appreciate
What is with this
birthday gift
contract?
right now.
Who wrote this contract up? Where's my lawyer?
Oh, I think she's going to go to Space Mountain tonight, baby.
What? Why is your birthday so much cooler than mine was?
she's going to ride the Great Waltz right now.
Oh,
so, fans,
my God.
on behalf of Larry and a very frustrated Larry, happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday.
And, thank you very much,
Happy
Larry.
birthday.
And, I think I'm going to show Tara the VIP tour of my master bedroom.
I need her back here because she's got her. Why is her signature on here as a representative of me financially? What is going? Someone get my attorney on the line.
Hey, folks, take care of yourselves. Eat right, work out. Be good to one another.
That's
use your left
a
and
lot
right
of
turn
zeros.
indicators. Don't text and drive.
What?
And motivate yourself. Be focused.
What is benefits?
Whoa. Okay. Larry, I think I got to go now. And
What?
you can't teach that. Tally ho!
Who's putting in dental?
Nothing's gonna